Hello. Yes, we welcome you back to PSSB, Physical Sciences, Silver Bullet, and it's me, Richard, here. Okay, still we are proceeding with projectile, almost coming towards the end of it. And here comes the question. It says that a ball is projected upwards from the top of the cliff of height 24 meters. The initial velocity of the ball is 25 meters per second. Draw acceleration versus time graph for the ball. Okay, yes, that's the situation we are having. Okay, it is acceleration versus time graph. What does that mean? It means that on x-axis, on y-axis, we have the acceleration, and on x-axis, we have the time. So what we have here is acceleration. Here we have the time in seconds, acceleration in meters per second squared. Okay, we have to remember that this one is 0, and any number above it is positive, and any number below it is negative. Okay, then if we take upward positive, it means that upward is positive, downward is negative. We need to recall that acceleration is acceleration due to gravity is always acting vertically downwards. So always, so if up is positive, means down is negative. The implication here is that our acceleration is going to be negative, and its value is known. It's going to be negative 9.8. Now, I want you to remind you that this graph is for the entire journey, from point of projection to the time when the ball hits the ground. Yeah, then comes this question. It says, draw position versus time graph showing 1. Maximum height, time of flight, point or height of projection, and they say use the ground as point of reference. Okay, how do we go about this? Let us have the sketch. We have our y-axis, and what does it indicate? It indicates but we have to remember something. They say that our ground is reference. Reference means 0. Okay, so if the ball was projected from the cliff, so it means that the difference between the cliff and the ground was given, and that is it. It's what we have here as the height of the cliff. So if this is 0, it means that what we have here is 24, and is positive, because any number above 0, according to Cartesian planes is positive. So what else are we supposed to look for? We are supposed to look for maximum height attained. And that one was calculated. Let us find it out. So maximum height was calculated as 31.89 meters. Okay, and remember it was calculated from point of projection. So in other words, the distance between here and here is 31.89. So if this one is 24 and this is 31.89, what is this point going to be? Okay, to get that point, this is what we do. We say 31.89 plus 24. Let's see what we get out of that. So we get 55.89 meters. So in other words, the point indicated there at the tip of the graph is 55.89. You have to remember that whatever is indicated here is in meters. Okay, what else are we missing? We are missing the time. Let us see what time was calculated. So the time was calculated and it is 5.92, which means that if you check for this time here, this is going to be 5.92. We must not forget that what is on this axis is time in seconds. So here we are. This is it. If you check, we have already represented our maximum height, the time of flight, and the point of projection. So that is all we are supposed to represent on this graph. Yeah, then comes another question. It is almost the same as the previous question. It says, draw position versus time graph showing maximum height, time of flight, point or height of projection. Use the point of projection as the reference. This one is the only difference between this question and the previous question. In the previous question, the point of reference was the ground. This case, the point of reference is the point of projection. Okay, so let's go back to what we're supposed to do. What do we have here? We have the axis. Okay, and in the axis, what do we have? Also that one. So what is on the y-axis is the position, which is given in meters. And this side, it is the time in seconds. Okay. Then we trace our graph. The ball was projected upwards, reaches maximum height, then came down and strikes the ground. Okay. So from there, what do we do? There is this word here. Use the point of projection as the reference or reference point. I want you to remind you that this is the point of reference. This is the point of projection and is the reference. Reference means that is where we start measuring from. So because that's where we start measuring from, it is the 0. Okay, so the 0 of the y-axis is that one. And remember, from the Cartesian plane, the numbers above 0 are positive, and the numbers below 0 are negative. That means that what we have here is the height of the cliff, which is 24. Okay. What else do we know? We know the height, maximum height which was attained by the body from the point of projection. And the height happens to be 31.89. And remember, all these ones are in meters. Now, at least you can see the difference. What we must not forget, that the figures above are positive and those ones below are negative. Our time of flight, or the time for the entire movement, is this one, and we know it. And it is 5.92 in seconds. So that is that. And what we have here, it is our position time graph. And with that, we'd like to thank you for your time. We thank you for staying with us. The channel is PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, to comment, to promote the channel. We are simply the best in the land. See you next time. Bye-bye.